Hey coaches, what's going on? It is Coach Tim here with another video, guys, and got a good one for you guys. I want to talk to you guys about how to create a great system around running the beast formation. And then just quite honestly, guys, I'm going to talk about really how to really create a robust system around your entire football team or football program. Because listen, this is the truth. What separates good coaches from great coaches or good coaches from bad coaches is really how robust their system is, their system to get outcomes is. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video, guys. And before I get into it, guys, do me a solid, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, guys. You'll be doing me a solid, guys. And as a gift to you guys, you can download my free beast formation playbook, guys. It's going to be in the description box below, guys. So I'm approaching 1,000 subs, so I really appreciate you guys so much for just, you know, your support and you guys reaching out to me about all things football. All right, guys, I appreciate you. All right, guys, so let's get into this video, and this is one of the most important videos that I made because it's one of the things that get ignored the most, but probably it's going to dictate your success, your long-term success as a youth football coach, or even if you decide to go to middle school, high school, college, or on to professional. You want to have a great system in place, guys. And when I say system, I'm not just talking about your plays that you run. I'm talking about how you scout kids. I'm talking about how you condition and train your kids. I'm talking about the type of coaches you decide to select to help you out. I'm talking about the type of volunteers. How do you choose volunteers for your program? What are your practice days? What do you do when you practice? How do you build relationships in the community? How do you fundraise and getting funds for your football team or your football program? Who do you choose to run your cheerleading program? Like, all of these things are relative as it relates to having a great program and being a great coach. And you know what I've realized, especially on the youth coaching space, is that a lot of coaches focus so much on the plays and focus so much on what they're going to run that they overlook all the other dynamics of being a great head coach. And I'm here to tell you, you know, being a head coach is roughly 80% leadership and 20% football. All right. I'm going to say that again. 80% leadership, 20% football. And don't become like me, which I'm the president over an entire program of kids with different age groups. It really becomes 90% leadership and 10% football. Like, this year, I've had to focus on more things outside of football than ever before in my program. But when you have a good system in place and you got the right people in place, it just makes things a lot easier. So, guys, the first thing that I would tell you to do, guys, when you're starting your own football team or football program is you want to write down what your values and your vision is for your team. It's so important, guys. What are your values? What is your vision for your team, guys? So I'm gonna use myself as an example to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So my values for my program is to develop high character leaders that become good men and women into their adulthoods. That's my goal. I want to create high character leaders. So basically people who reflect who I am. I want my young men and women who go through my program, I want them to finish high school. I want them to get a career. Even if they decide not to go to college, they get a military career or get a good job outside of high school and or go to college. That's my goal. I want my kids to be great people in society. So a lot of the foundational things that I focus on with my program is I want my volunteers to be good family people, business owners or just hardworking people, not just people who want to coach football. So my values set the tone for who I allow into my program. And it makes it easier for you guys to filter out, the wrong people in your program. Because I'm telling you, when people see youth football and you looking for coaches, you're going to attract all kind of people who got their own agendas, who just want to coach football, who want to take over your program. And you have to really be mindful of who you allow into your program, because they can sabotage the vision that you have set for your program. So that's the first thing. Establish your values. Number two, and this is an important one, pick the right location to start your youth football program. This is important, because I'm going to be honest with you. Every location is not going to help cultivate the values that you have. And I'm saying this because I'm the kind of guy that I've always wanted to make a community impact wherever I went. Whenever I started a youth football program, I wanted to impact the kids, whether they was in a low-income area, whether they were in the suburbs. No matter where I started a football team, I always wanted to, impact kids according to my values. But guess what? If you start your team in the wrong location and those parents don't value what you're trying to do, you can have a major headache on your hands, guys, when it comes down to trying to have your program blossom into something great. Parents won't bring their kids to practice. Parents gonna push back when you try to elevate a standard for them to have. Kids won't buy in what you're teaching them. It won't stick, because when they go home, the things that you are installing is gonna, just basically be washed away. And that don't happen in every case. That does not happen in every case. As a matter of fact, there's always going to be that small group of kids who's going to just buy in and going to never forget you and all of that good stuff. But I do want to be very clear to say location does matter sometimes. Location does matter sometimes. I've even been told, by high school coaches especially, is that, sometimes your success is determined by what school you decide to work at. If the school don't support the values and the philosophy that you have as a coach, it's going to be hard for you to be successful at that school. But if you go to a high school and coach there, and they represent the values that you represent, it makes it easier for you as the coach to really kind of blossom and have a winning season. So, unfortunately, and this is something that I don't hear nobody talking about, location does matter, guys. Even if you coaching 5 and 6 year olds, the culture in which you start your team matters, and it can it can really dictate if you're going to be successful or not, based on your location. All right, guys. And the last one I'm going to talk about today, guys, is going to be your routine, guys. Your routine. And this is a big one, guys. Because, for me, guys, I start my routine with youth football. I start in January. After the football season ends here in early November, by late January, I'm starting back with training and building relationships with kids and all of that. That's what I do. I break my process up into basically 4 general sections. I call it a marketing and branding phase, where I'm just letting people know that, who I am, letting them know my program. I may post a lot of pictures of the previous year, and I'm just establishing brand and awareness. Okay. And then I get into what I call my scouting phase, my recruiting phase, where I do winter workouts, and I have the kids, just throwing the football around, nothing organized. We do backyard football, relationship building, just building relationships with that small number of kids who, just want to have something to do outside the house, that may not be playing baseball or basketball, but they just love football. I get those kids. And then the third phase is the training phase, the spring training, summer workouts. I'm conditioning these kids. This is where I do my strongman workout regimen. Now we're building the core. We're building the core of our kids. We're building the core of who's gonna 9 times out of 10 be our leaders in our program. And these are the kids who go through our spring training, summer workouts, all of that good stuff. And then the last phase that I go through, guys, is my fall prep, or really the season, right? So usually what I do, guys, when I'm going through phase 3, which is the summer workouts and spring workout, that's when the real action happens. That's when my guys become the best version of themselves. And then in the fall time, that's when I kind of dial back. Like with my team, we now practice only 2 days out the week. Only 2 days out the week, and then we play our game. If I feel like we need severe correction in a certain area, I'll throw in another day. But guys, generally for me, I go to 2 days a week because we done put in so much work, on the front end. We only now tweak some of the small things that we need to get better at. And that's just kind of what I do. That's just kind of, the formula to my madness. My routine is designed to make sure my kids are strong and conditioned for the season. But once the season starts, they're always getting good recovery. They're not too beat up. They're not already injured or nothing like that. I'm trying to pace them for the duration of, in our league, an 8-week season plus the playoffs. So roughly, 8 to 12 week season, for us. So I'm trying to pace my guys for that whole process. So guys, that's it for this video. If you like this, guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, because this is just a bird's eye view, guys, of what I do, guys. This is a bird's eye view of my system. And guys, if you want more details of just kind of how my system works, just let me know in the comments, guys, and I'll talk even more in depth with my system, because I'm telling you, what will separate you from being a good coach, okay coach, great coach, bad coach is how organized are you? Do you have a system in place, an intentional system in place that's going to make you a awesome coach, have an awesome program, be the standard of your league? All of these things matter, guys. All right, guys. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. This is Coach Tim. Remember, be great, have fun, and be stout, guys. Peace.